All right, game 2 getting ready to get underway here. Scrappers are the home team in this game. Count 0-1. Count 0-1. Scrappers won game 1. Scrappers won game 1 7-1 on a dominant. Great defensive play there by Apple. Swing and a miss there. Fouls it off. So one. That ball misses high. Ball misses low. Ball misses low, and that'll draw a walk for the second hitter, J.D. Bean. So Beam at first. Logan Renfro comes to the plate, the catcher. Goodson gets the sign, comes to the plate. Strike right down the middle. Good pitch there from Jaden Goodson. He's ahead in the count 0-1. Check the runner at first, and great throw by Goodson right on the body. Play. So runners are. Umpire getting all that straight in his book. Everything good to go now, so Wickham stands in. Goodson gets the sign. Checks the runner at second, comes to the plate, ball misses high. So Wickham ahead in the count 1-0. There's the pitch from Goodson, down and away. So 2-0 count now to the designated hitter for the Lions. There's a shot towards first, off the mitt of Kirby. Runner at second held because he thought it was going to be caught. So the batter will reach on a fielder's choice. But that's the second out of the inning.
Let's go, Jaden.
So number 14, Murphy, will come up to the plate for the Lions now. Goodson now with 2 outs. Swing and a miss on that fastball. Goodson checks the runner at second, steps off, and going to reset. Strike over the outside part of the plate there. So Goodson now ahead in the count 0-2. He does, but it misses outside. Ball 1. It's on the pitch from Goodson. Here it is. That one's popped up to right field. Gray drifts over to his left about 20-30 feet. Drifts back in, makes the catch. That's the third out of the inning. The Lions strand two. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Come back and join us for more. Boone waits on the 2-1 pitch from McGee. Swing and a miss.
2 worn out. He had 7 interviews. No, all week. And he was supposed to get offered the ball.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Boone shoots it out to left field. Left fielder going back, and he makes a catch. Hard hit ball from Luke Boone. Left fielder made a good play on that as he drifted back to his right for the first out of the inning. So Brett Fritz comes up to the plate with 1 out for the. Brett Fritz, the junior, takes that strike right over the outside part of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1 for the second baseman. Fritz digs in and waits on the pitch from McGee. That ball's low. And the scrapper infielder will get ahead in the count 2-1. He'll be getting something to hit here. Strike. Good fastball there from McGee. Hit his spot right over the outer third of the plate. Fritz now waits on the payoff pitch. Ball sails outside. Different pitches that McGee threw and end up down at first base after it's all said and done. So Carson Kirby comes up to bat now. Kirby, the lefty, waits on the pitch from the right-handed McGee. Ball just a bit high. Scrappers are going to have to be aware of that. This strike zone is different than the previous umpire. He's not giving it anything right at the letters. Runner goes, ball's outside, throws down, and he's out. So Kirby now in there with a 2-0 count, nobody on base. McGee kicks and deals. Ball sails outside, 3-0.
Good take, Kirk!
Here's a 3-0 pitch. Here's up to the plate. head coach for the Gravette Lions. He comes out to talk to his pitcher. So Bearden trots back to his first base dugout. Chambers steps into the left-handed batter's box. McGee toes the rubber. Checks his runner Kober over at first. Renfro behind the plate, giving the signs to McGee. Here's the pitch. Strike over the inside corner. Good pitch there from McGee. Swing and a miss by Chambers. He was fooled on that breaking ball, and he's down in the count 0-2.
Come on, Carson, you got it.
McGee with the 0-2 pitch, fouled off by Chambers. Umpire gets new baseballs, gets one back to McGee. Kirby with a short lead off first. Chambers waits on the pitch. Breaking ball doesn't break and stays up high. Good eye by Chambers. There's a 1-2 pitch. Ball sails outside. Fastball just kept running on him. And Chambers let it go on by. Evens the count at 2-2 for the Scrappers senior pitcher and outfielder. There's the pitch. Breaking ball does not break and stays up high, so Chambers has battled all the way back to get the count full. So McGee gonna have to give him something to hit here. Yes, Chambers behind on the fastball, and no runs and no hits, no errors. Come back and join us in the top of the second for more Scrapper Baseball on YouTube Live. Top of the second here in Prairie Grove. Scrappers taking on Gravette. Defensively, Scrappers have Boone in left, Hutchinson in center. And Hutchinson promptly gets one shot out to him. Base hit. So Boone in left, Hutchinson in center, Gray in right, Arnold at third, Applegate at short, Fritz at second, Kirby at first, Jaden Goodson on the mound, and his battery mate is Dalton Manlove. Bohannon shows bunt, pulls it back. Arnold was charging on the play. Kirby covered. Ball misses inside, 2-0. Misses outside, ball 3. Check the runner down at first, but he's back in there safely. So 3-0 count here after he's trying to give you an out. That ball's in there for strike 1. We've talked about it several times in the past about sometimes when that batter shows bunt, it messes with your vision. He gets that bunt down, Manlove steps out and gets the throw to get the sacrifice. Again, if you didn't hear in the last game, that play happened for Valonia and they hit Boone as he's running down the line. It's so Madison buckled his knees on that one. So Goodson ahead in the count, 0-2. Madison hadn't been sure about either one of those breaking balls. Goodson steps off with the runner at second and gets him to tap back. They got him like swing and a miss on that breaking there safely.
All right. Come on, let's get it one more.
Get the second out, but on the drop third strike, the run. So that'll bring up the 9th hitter of the inning, Cade Phillips. And he takes the first pitch strike. So Goodson ahead in the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch from Goodson, and that one's a great breaking ball. Just hit his spot, spot was a little outside. Count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball sails high. Ball bounces out of Manlove's mitt and just pops up off his helmet. And he knew it had to be close, but he couldn't find it after letting him know where it was. Right side. So Cade Phillips, the left fielder for the Lions, at the plate with the runner on third. Breaking ball stays just a bit high. Here's the pitch. Got him looking on that one, and Phillips knew it. He was walking off before the umpire even made his call. So the Lions So Manlove will lead us off here in the bottom of the second. No score. McGee still on the mound for the Lions. And he starts him off with a fastball right down the middle. That ball misses way outside. Doesn't even hit anything. Manlove takes that. And that one misses outside for ball 2. So McGee gets a clean baseball from over to first base. So that'll bring up the pitcher for today's game, Jaden Goodson. Scrappers with the last game of the night here and the first game in the morning. Swing and a miss by Goodson. He's behind on both of them. So he's down in the count 0-2. Madden Arnold's on deck. Here's the pitch from McGee. And Goodson fouls that one off out of play. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Goodson goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Madden Arnold. Arnold takes that one right down at the bottom of the zone. Here's the 0-1 pitch from McGee, and Arnold fouls that one off the right side. First baseman gives chase, and he makes a great over-the-shoulder catch. So that'll be the third out of the inning. The Scrappers will head back to the top of the third. Come back and join us here in just a moment. Well comes to the plate for the Lions. He bats. Very tight strike zone here from the umpire in this second game. Goodson had a great pitch, but it was. Good for the junior Scrapper. Scrappers in their black and white pinstripe uniforms today. There's a shot into left field on the breaking ball. And that'll be a base hit. So the Lions will have a runner on first with nobody out.
2-3-1. 2-3-1.
So that'll bring up J.D. Beam to by Kirby to corral the ball after it gets away from him a little bit. Count 0-1.
Let's go.
Jaden Goodson bends over, gets his sign from Manlove. Batter shows bunt. Bunt's popped out in front. Goodson gets it, fires over to first, and gets the out. So the sacrifice is complete, and the runner moves up to second. Coach Stewart calls time. Logan Renfro, the catcher, is at the plate. I think what Coach Stewart probably wants to talk about here is to be aware that there may be another bunt tried to be laid down unexpectedly. You know, be ready for something. You know, you've got the 3-hole hitter, but just let's not get lackadaisical or sloppy in our infield play, and make sure we're aware. Goodson toes the rubber. Renfro digs in from the right side. Check the runner at second. Come to the plate. Good breaking ball there from Goodson, and misses just a bit high. So Renfro ahead in the count 1-0. And he shoots that one down the right side. It is foul ball, and that was foul by about 3 inches. Good break there for the Scrappers, as that ball was just rolling out there. That would have scored a run, but as it is, it's just a hard strike. Scrappers won game 1 of this jamboree today, 7-1 over Valonia. No score here against Gravette in the last game of the night. There's a chopper towards third. Arnold misses it. Applegate's there to back him up, and no harm done there, as the runner at second has to hold because Applegate was backing him up. Gonna have a courtesy runner over at first. Umpire got a new set of baseballs. One out here in the 3rd inning. Wickham at the plate. Wickham the DH for the Lions. He spits on that curveball, and he's ahead in the count 1-0. Lions have runners at first and second with 1 out. Goodson on the mound. Manlove, his battery mate, behind the plate. Check the runner at second, and Goodson throws it into center field. Runners will all move up a base. And that's what you didn't need to have happen right there, but a lot of times what will happen there is when a pitcher gets uncomfortable, they'll start throwing back to the base, trying to calm themselves down because they're not ready to come to the plate, and sometimes those mistakes happen. So, and he comes right back with a strike there. Even the count at 1-1.
1, 2, 3.
Play call. That'll be ball 2. Ball got away from Manlove there, but it stayed close enough that he was able to corral it and nobody advanced. Foul ball at the plate. So that makes the count 2-2.
6, let's go.
55.
Ball drops down. Boone fire. Base hit by the designated hitter. takes the lead 2-0. And that's a deep shot to left field. And foul by about 10 feet. Plate there for Goodson, and he's ahead in the count 1-2. And even get your coffee and your runner tags in, as the runner did not have confidence that he could make it to third. He just didn't have a good tag there. So good play there by Scrapper senior center fielder Zeus Hutchinson. That ball's fouled out of play, and Goodson's ahead in the count 0-1. Definitely not quite as effective as the pitchers in the first game. There's a ball low.
Let's go.
Gets away from Manlove, but the runner holds at second. Hudson Harris, the third baseman's at the plate for the Lions. He swings and misses at that one. He's behind. We'll see what he can do right here. There's a poke shot into right field. Gray gets out in front of. The throw came home, but a great job by Jaden Goodson backing up the throw as it bounced off the glove of Manlove. And the Scrappers now trail 3-0. First pitch is fouled off by Brody Bohannon, the center fielder for the Lions. Goodson fires that pitch in there for a strike, and he's ahead in the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Goodson. Right back up the middle. And there's an error by Fritz. Runner's going to go to third. The Scrappers against the line. On the error. Goodson fires a strike right back in there to work his way back. Drake Madison, the second baseman for the Lions, at the plate, and he swings and misses at that one. And the inning mercifully comes to an end on YouTube. Gray takes the first pitch from McGee down low, and he's ahead in the count 1-0. Scrappers Ball misses low again. Gray started. McGee with the 2-0 pitch. That ball misses low. So Gray's shown bunt all 3 times and hasn't had to do anything to get a 3-0 count. Here with me tonight, and he tells me that the Razorbacks walked off the Mississippi State Bulldogs in game 1 of their series. Hayden Gray took the 3-0 strike, so now he's waiting on the 3-1 pitch, and he shows bunt again, and that fastball's down the middle, and now the count is full. Here's the payoff pitch from McGee.
Way in, good runner, good runner.
Hutchinson at the plate now. He had 3 hits in the last game. Gray takes off towards second, and he's in there easily. So Hutchinson took the strike, but Gray took the strike.
They already know you're going to bunt, so you don't bunt.
Hutchinson waits on the pitch. Shows bunt. Drops it down. It's a beauty. Pitcher doesn't have a prayer. Tell you what, if he gets one down, you got a problem coming up for you. So Gray moves up to third. Runners at first and third for Carson Chambers. Excuse me, that is not Carson Chambers. I was looking at that wrong. It's Luke Boone, scrapper left fielder. Another tall left-handed batter. He digs in, waits on the pitch from McGee. Hutchinson with a good lead over at first, and he's off. Throw down low. They check the runner back at third. He's in there safely, so Hutchinson gets the stolen base.
All right, Boone, come on.
So Boone ahead in the count 1-0 with runners at second and third, nobody out. He swings and misses at a high fastball. Evens the count 1-1. 3-1-1. Forward after Gravette put 4 up in the top half of the inning. Swing and a miss. Boone's behind on the fastball, and that's out number 1. So Brett Fritz comes up to the plate. Fritz reached on a walk his first time up. There's a foul ball right off his ankle. And McGee's ahead in the count 0-1. Fritz walking it off. Anytime you foul one right at the plate off the inside part of your foot, that's never comfortable. Here's the 0-1 pitch from McGee. That breaking ball's in there for strike 2. So Fritz now down in a hole, 0-2, looking to do anything to drive a run in. That ball sails high on him. Runs the count to 1-2.
Stay in there, Brett.
Fly ball to the outfield, ground ball to the right side, anything will work. Breaking ball right over the inside part of the plate. Great pitch from McGee. That's the second out of the inning. Third, he had a hard hit ball in the first game that was foul by about 3 feet. Just missed being a home run. Ball misses outside, and he's ahead in the count, 1-0.
Come on, Curveball.
Kirby waits on the 1-0 pitch from McGee. That one's popped a mile high on the infield. Second baseman calls everybody off, camps underneath it, and that's the third out of the inning for the Scrappers. They strand 2 runners. Lions lead 4-0. Come back and join us for more Scrapper Baseball here on YouTube. First pitch from Goodson is shot out into the right center field gap, and that's a leadoff double for the Lions as they continue to pound the baseball. Coach Stewart's going to head out to the mound. We're going to have a new pitcher come in for the Scrappers. That's going to be, let's see, who is this going to be? Carson Kirby is going to come to the mound. So bring in the crafty lefty to see if we can get the line here as the Scrappers trying to stop the bleeding here against the Lions. New pitcher for the Scrappers, Carson Kirby, fires his. Bedwell bats from the right side. He takes a strike over the outside part of the plate, and Kirby evens it up. Runner at second, led off the inning, Cade Phillips. He led off with a double into the right round. That one's fouled off, and that'll even the count for the Scrapper lefty. Kirby quickly gets reset, comes set to deliver with this pitch, and strike three called. So Kirby comes in and gets the first batter looking. That'll bring up number 20, J.D. Beam, the right fielder. He has walked and sacrificed in his two at-bats today. Runner goes. Throw to third is offline. Boone comes up with it. And so the Lions score another run on another error as the Scrappers just making mistakes here in the second game they didn't make in the first game. Kirby with the pitch, and that one swung through and missed by J.D. Beam. That evens the count at 2-2. Ball misses down and away. They appeal the swing, and nothing there, so that'll run the count full. Here's the payoff pitch game. So Renfro will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He reached on an error in the first inning and reached on an error again. So he's gotten on base, but There's a swing and a miss by Renfro, and he's down in the count 0-1. Peyton Fritz has taken his spot at second base. Kirby still battling with here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball in the dirt, blocked by umpire is going to give Manlove a little bit of time. Ball bounced off of his leg. Looks like Manlove's going to be replaced. So new catcher will be Gavin Rawlinson. Correction, Bay Nolte. Hopefully Manlove's not hurt. I know last year he had some knee issues. Count Renfro, the catcher for the Lions. J.D. Beam out there at second. 2 pitch from Kirby. Nolte gets his sign. Need the strikeout right here. There's the pitch. Foul tipped. Kirby comes with the payoff pitch again. Ball sails outside, and that'll send the runner down to first. And Wickham Scrappers trail 5-0 here in the top of the 4th. There's the pitch from Kirby, swing and a miss by Wickham, and Kirby made him look bad on that one.
2-3-3. 2-3-3.
Wickham digs back in. Tall right-handed batter. So 1 out, runners at first and third for the Lions. They lead 5-0. Bunt. Kirby pitches it back to the catcher, and he's out. Runners out is the call. Ball came out of the catcher's glove. The runner was called out. I'm afraid that's going to get overturned because the ball got dropped. We'll see if the field umpire sees something different. It was not a pretty slide, if they're going to call it a slide. Runner is safe. So the batter reaches on the fielder's choice. Coach Stewart trying to argue he's got to be allowed a chance to get the ball. It was a bang-bang play, and it's one of those that in old times it wouldn't be any discussion. Drop ball, he's out. But with new rules in all levels of baseball, you've got to give the catcher a chance. And honestly, I'd have to see it on replay to see from the umpire. So, runners in first and second now for the Lions. 1 out. They lead 6-0. At the plate now is Murphy, the first baseman. Positive out of all this is that Nolte isn't hurt. Can't have any more catchers getting injured. Here's the pitch from Kirby. Popped up out of play. So Kirby ahead in the count, 0-1. Checks the runner at second. Comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Scrapper's looking to somehow get out of this inning without any more damage. Ground ball up the middle, turn 2. That'd be a good chance. Kirby deep breath and fires. Ball misses outside. Good job by Nolte on going out there to go get it.
One more, curveball. Get out of this inning.
Kirby steps off, and runner gets back to second. 6-0 here in the top of the 4th. Scrappers trail. That one's a tapper back to the mound, just out of reach of Kirby. Nowhere to go. And the second baseman, Fritz, tries to pitch it over to first and air mails the first baseman by 8 feet, and a run scores on another error. So runners at first and third now after the infield hit and then the error. Low, Nolte does it. 1. Scrapper's looking for an out any way they can get it right now. There's the pitch. 3-1 pitch from Kirby. Misses low, and that'll load the bases. Mental well-being here, so that's what we got. We got Carson Kirby getting pulled. We got a new pitcher coming in. And in all this situation, Peyton Fritz is getting talked to. That was, quite honestly, I don't know how. That was a bad error. That was no reason to make the throw. And then when the throw was made, it was well high. So to play third, Chambers will go out to play center. Arnold. So we'll take a break here as we reset everything, and we'll come back in just a moment. All right, we'll reset everything here after this pitch from Arnold. Breaking ball's in there for strike one. So defensively now, Boone, Gray, and Chambers across the outfield. Hutchinson, Brett Fritz, Peyton Fritz, and Kirby across the infield. Breaking ball stays high, evens the count at 1-1. Arnold on the mound. Second time he's pitched tonight. He came in and closed the first game. And Bay Nolte behind the plate as Dalton Manlove got hit behind his gear right on his bad knee that he had surgery on. So hopefully that's just a contusion and get some ice on that. And with the 2-1 pitch, sails high, and he's behind in the count 3-1. Pitch from Arnold, fouled off at the plate. Here's a payoff pitch from Arnold. Breaking ball stays high, and that'll bring in a run. Lions now lead 8-0. So Drake Madison, the second base ball. Nine to nothing now, Lions lead. Still only one out with the tag, and they're up.
One more.
So Arnold now with runners at first and second and 2 outs. All he's worried about is the first batter. Just looking to get outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Arnold. Ball misses low. Good scoop by Nolte. He throws through to second, and he's back in safely. Arnold comes with the 2-0 pitch, and it sails high. Arnold has to get a strike over here. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and misses low, and that'll load the bases. That brings up Beam. Beam has not reached today. He's walked twice and sacrificed. Fouled off at the plate by Beam. Umpire going to give the catcher Nolte a couple seconds to make sure that he's okay. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Nolte blocks out. That ball misses out. Oh, strike. Called by the umpire. I think the umpire might be ready to get out of this inning as well. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Arnold. Ball misses low at the feet of Nolte. So we shot for the line. Carson Chambers to the plate. He takes the first pitch strike from Keegan McGee. McGee, hopefully he didn't get too cold over there. Had a long break in that last inning. Misses low with. So I believe it was 8:03 was the official start time. Chambers crushes the ball to deep center field. That ball is juiced. He's going to end up with a stand-up double. That ball was tattooed. Great piece of hitting by Carson Chambers. So Chambers out there at second. Bay Nolte at the plate. It's his first step bat of the season. In there for the injured Dalton Manlove. Nolte takes that first pitch low for ball one. Catcher didn't have a chance on that one. It was 6 feet over. And Nolte now with a great RBI opportunity. Strike over the inside part of the plate there from Nolte. Nolte checks his swing. Umpire checks with the field umpire, and he says he did go. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Nolte. Pitch. Gonna have a courtesy runner for our catcher. So Arnold, Madden Arnold's younger brother, Mac, out there to run at first. Peyton Fritz now at the plate. Chambers at third. Safely with runners at second and third for Peyton Fritz. No outs. Ball misses down and away, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. McGee swing and a miss by Fritz, and that'll bring the count to 2-1. Scrapper's just looking for any way to get a run in right now to get something going. Fritz waits on the 2-1 pitch, and he's way behind on that. Fritz looking to hit something on the right side, hit something in the outfield on the grass. Swing and a miss, and Fritz goes down swinging. That's the first down of the inning. That'll bring up Madden Arnold. So Madden Arnold at the plate, Carson Chambers at third, Mac Arnold on at second. Ball sails high, gets all the way back to the catcher on the carom off the chain link fence. So nobody able to advance. At Wilson Park, that ball would have been off the netting and would have died back there, and the run would have. That one sails high on Madden Arnold, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. Pitcher has to retie his shoes out there, and he's granted time by the field umpire. And Carson Chambers needs to tie his shoe, so we got time over there. I think everybody's got their shoelaces how they want them, and we're ready to go back to baseball. Madden Arnold looking for a big RBI hit right here. And he takes a breaking ball in there for strike one. Here's the pitch from McGee. That breaking ball's in there for strike two. Arnold now, he's seen a couple fastball sails, seen a couple. That'll bring up Hayden Gray. Need something offensively here to happen for him, but it's just not working right now. Unable to figure out McGee's breaking ball. To Hayden Gray. Swing and a miss by Gray, and he got him on the breaking ball. Head to the top of the fifth. Excuse me, that is ball game. So the Scrappers fall 10-0 to the Lions. They will be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. taking on Smackover. Thanks for watching and listening, and however you're supporting Scrapper Baseball.